Well, hello, vinyl community. It's Jacob, coming to you from the Dallas Open Micer YouTube channel in the first of a series of videos where I show you some records that I picked up on October 22nd, 2022 at the Half Price Books clearance sale at Dallas Market Hall. These Dallas Market Hall clearance sales had been an annual tradition here in Dallas, but well, things had changed during the pandemic. So this is the first one since 2019, and boy was I excited to go back and relive the thrills of the past glories of hauling boxes of records home for cheap. My wife had also looked forward to the sale, and well, she struck out looking for books. They had a very poor selection, but good thing we took separate cars because I was able to stay all day and cart home 250 or so records. And well, then we joined up again in the evening for a sleep at the wheel at the Eisman Center in Richardson, and here's look at that, a ticket, a real paper ticket from a venue there Saturday. If you know the venue there, we were up in the cheap seats. Wonderful sounding venue. Great to hear Asleep at the Wheel play a good show with the Plano Symphony Orchestra. Now the funny thing was, not funny, haha, but you know, a funny coincidence. See, the Asleep at the Wheel, their closer, they played Happy Trails, which that's the vinyl community member Richard Riley plays in at the end of his videos. And well, I slept in late the day of the sale, and I woke up I was having a dream about Richard Riley. Now you might wonder, why would I be dreaming about Richard Riley? Pardon me, I was doing a sweat-inducing activity moments ago, and got a little now my nose is itchy. Got a little well, the beating up on the forehead. Well, you might say, well, Richard Riley is a dreamy fella, but what are you doing dreaming about him? Well, I'll tell you. You see, not long before I went to bed, I was watching YouTube, and I'd already watched the video already. He said he was going away to Missouri for a while, and I appreciate that, because when you got an elderly man who drops off the face of the earth for a week or so, you sometimes you assume the worst. Those of you who have Google searched Richard Riley obituary know what I'm talking about. But then I also have over here, I've got a boxed set of World War II DVDs of films, about World War II, and one of them was The Longest Day, and put those two together, and that. This is the dream I had as I was excited about going to the sale. I dreamt I was going to a big record dig, and it turned out to be this record dig reminded me a lot of the Pasadena City College there in California. They had the record sale in the multi-level car park, and so anyway, I was in this car park digging through an enormous pile of records, and I'm on top of this pile of records. It was like a mountain of records, and I come over the peak, and down below I see Richard Riley digging there. I say, Richard, I thought you were in Missouri, and he said, yeah, it was too cold. I was too cold in Missouri to go camping. And the next thing I know, Richard Riley is sculpting the sand. You know how in dreams things can be fluid, or they don't make sense when you talk about them, but naturally there was sand now there in the dream, and Richard Riley was sculpting the sand, and I realized he was sculpting a landform, and he said, you know what this is, and he was about to tell me. I said, no, that's Omaha Beach. you know, and from the Normandy landing. And he's like, you are in Omaha Beach. And I said, yeah, yeah, this is the part that got me. He's like, yeah, my wife and I we were just there in June, but we weren't able to stay long enough to go on the tour. And that's I realized this is ridiculous. I must be dreaming. And I woke up. I had overslept a little bit, and I was 15 minutes late for the sale. Fortunately, I still did well. So without further ado, let's start showing some records. I'll show records until I run out of records in this box over here, or until I hit the 10-minute mark, and I'll start the next video. Let's start with some duds. Here's one that was promising, and it looked good. Now, one of the things I overlooked, I forgot to bring my little pocket light and little pocket flashlight, and if I had that little pocket flashlight, I would have noticed this was a little more scratched than I thought. So that was a strikeout. Had my hopes up there for a moment. Here's one that was a calculated gamble. I could see there were some scratches on it, but overall the playing surface appeared to be in good shape. I thought I'll roll the dice on this Leonard Cohen 2i. And turns out there was a little bit, a little heavy, too heavy static on the opening of, you know, the sides, and then where the needles dropped the most, and then it cleaned up a little bit as it went on, but and there were a couple of rough spots with some deeper scratches. So maybe I'll listen to that one. Maybe I'll you know, put it in a cardboard box and make it disappear. It was worth a try. Here's another one. It was not a complete loss. This one is like new. It is a impulse release. Milt Jackson with Ray Brown. Well, that's fantastic. And by like new, I mean lightly scratched and warped. So this impulse record, it's got a light warp to it. Sounds pretty good, but a little bit of that distortion. So I'm going to try to give this a flattening. And I've got reasonably high hopes that I'll be able to enjoy this record for its sound. But in the meantime, there was a snapshot of a romance happening here in 1970 between Miss Laura Jones, who wanted to become Mrs. Laura Lee Boyce. And, well, according to a little internet sleuthing she did, although this, I can't find a Donald Boyce living in the same town as her these days, so I think maybe the union may have ended in divorce, sadly. But still not going to stop me from hopefully enjoying this record. Let's see what else I got. Now here's one I was really excited to find. You know what, I might go beyond the 10-minute mark on this one. Louis Jordan. Now, why is this in plastic sleeve when the others aren't? Well, I did that. The back cover was absolutely disgusting, but the record itself was in very fine shape. So I cleaned it up and played it, and my goodness, this sounded amazing. I had an old record buddy that told me about these Louis Jordan Mercuries being incredible, and I've got this stuff on CD, and I'm hearing stuff on this record that I had not heard on the CDs. So very happy to find this, and look at that, he's having a good time right there. Louis Jordan. All right, now we got some with the old half-price books clearance stickers on them. I'm a sucker for a clean copy of Errol Garner Concert by the Sea. This one is a 6i. Got a Jeannie C. Riley Greatest Hits on Plantation. Learning how to avoid the glare. Western Strings, Ray Price's Cherokee Cowboys here. We got a little Buddy Emmons and Johnny Bush in the band. Jean-Luc Ponty. Now, this is a little dirty. Nice stain there. Interesting back cover. You see he's got one of these sweaters that you know, he might have worn if he was a member of the Clancy Brothers. But here's something you never saw with the Clancy Brothers. Not the violin. The Clancy Brothers never had tied up ladies on the back of their album covers. Interesting. I don't know that John Luke Ponte was the fellow that tied him up. I think he probably had somebody tie the ladies up for him. That would be an odd thing to put in an ad in the paper. I need somebody to tie up ladies for an album cover photo shoot. Speaking of ladies, here's Dusty Springfield. You don't have to say you love me. All right, learned about that one from Elvis. All right, let's see what we got here. Candy Kisses. I don't like that song, but anyway, it's a star day. George Morgan. You know, even Tony Bennett couldn't save that song. But I'm a sucker for Star Day. Let's do some more. Here's a Dean Martin Sears release. You remember that store, Sears? They used to have a softer side. There's Dean Martin. These are the stock photos for budget Dean Martin records. This one, Hey Brother, Pour the Wine. They've reversed that one from a previous album. But this one does have Ain't That a Kick in the Head, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So that's a fun one right there. Let's hear the Sears sound. Don't know this fella. I can't remember. There was something about this record that caught my eye, but it's hidden somewhere in there. It might have been country rock or something, but worth a try, worth a gamble. They got these Just Arrived, the Pilgrims. Oh, it's a bit of a hokey album cover there. Look at not even clean water. Oh, looks like a filthy pond. But don't know about them, but they're an exciting new group on the folk scene. They do Four Strong Winds, Cotton Fields. What else? We got Sunbeams in the Morning. I don't know that one. Looking forward to giving that a spin. Here's one. We got Brazil, Brazil, Brazil on World Pacific, and there are some familiar names in jazz right there. Could be worth a listen to. Let's see what else we got. A very young Jerry Butler. The sticker I peeled off of this said this was a 1975 release. Let's see what he was doing here. Some Curtis Mayfield material. And that classic Moon River. Here's one. We'll close the video here. Got this for my brother Titus. This Chicago. And this is Chicago at Carnegie Hall. Wow, I mean it's a hefty one there. It's got a very large wall poster for Chicago, and if you ever want a really large wall poster for Chicago, this is where you'd find it. Stuck inside of one of these things. But I was cleaning this, and there was a sticker on there. I was trying to get that gunk off, and I ended up discoloring that, and well, that's an unsightly thing, so I thought I would cover that up with another sticker. And I've had this one here. Took my glove off for this so I could peel the sticker. Van Halen, a different kind of Truth Tour sticker. It's got these websites you can look up, livenation.com. I don't think, anyway, we got this here. And let's go ahead and put the sticker to use. I mean, it's not really gaining value, is it? Just sitting around, taking up space. So I'll peel this sticker off, and I will affix it to the Chicago record album cover and wait patiently, and you'll get to see the results. I'm trying not to get it to stick to my glove. Oh, it's a little crooked. Oh well. Not perfect, but boy, this thing had some teeth to it, and it decided to stay where it first made contact. But now we've got this custom Chicago box set with the Van Halen, A Different Kind of Truth. That could be a good thumbnail right there. I think I'll make this my thumbnail right there, and that's a great place to end the video. And well, how about if you're still here, I could put a link to something over there you could watch. And yeah, well, thanks for stopping by.